Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Engaged Podcast. You are here with Kevin, and this is a special edition. I'm kind of veering from what I had started out doing, and that is kind of focusing on career stuff. Man, are we moving? I am coming to you because I want to remain like neutral, but I think the nation needs all of us to engage in a way that we have not engaged in recent memory. You know, America is a nation that is becoming, and we all love this nation. This nation, with all of its flaws, I wouldn't want to live anyplace else, especially when there is no government that can be held accountable for their actions. For those who know me, I served in the United States military, specifically the Navy. I was stationed with the Marines as a corpsman, and I enjoyed it. My father served, and I think we're at a moment in time where something isn't right. And if you know anything about anything, if you peek above just the horizon and you have been paying attention to what's been going on in the news, it's quite disturbing. And I'm not talking to you as a Democrat. I'm not talking to you as a Republican. I'm talking to you as an American. I saw yesterday that young man being shot down in that road or that street in the most grotesque way. And something is wrong, because I understand that we need to work on a solution for immigration. And to be quite honest, both parties are responsible. Both parties, when given the opportunity to do something, they have put in place half measures. So I get those who may be concerned about immigration, but these people, many of them have been here for many years. They're not recently coming here. They have been here for many years, and I understand that argument, but there's something about laws that should matter to us and the way we do things. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's not what you say, it's how you do it. And I have kind of observed, and I think all Americans need to be engaged on this, because something is going on in this country that if we don't get our hands around it and deal with it or address it in a constructive manner, it can destroy us. And you see the shredding away of norms. And I understand that you may have political views, but when people start losing their lives, when people start being maimed, when people are starting to be injured for their right to protest, we cannot turn a blind eye to that. Something is wrong, and this is different. We've seen worse times, but something is different here. And I saw that man shot down, but I saw the footage before that. He seemed to be videoing or an observer and a witness to what was going on. And he was approached after trying to help that lady, or I think it was maybe two ladies, but I saw that one. That's the one that just kind of remained in my memory. And things escalated beyond just moving him out of the way. I mean, he was essentially attacked. And it's kind of like watching a football game. You may have your own team. You may be rooting for that team, but there's some calls you just cannot deny. And this is one of those. And it takes courageous people on both sides to call the balls and strikes. And I don't think that we can wait for a midterm election. I think that the political parties that are in power or not in power need to come together and figure out what's going on. It's not about just cutting funding for DHS. There's something intrinsically wrong, or something that's so deep and embedded right now that even these federal agents are being put in situations where they are either getting injured or hurting people. And so I don't know what needs to happen. I don't have the answers. But I know that there are people who do have the answers. And there are people who can bring this thing to a halt or put pressure where it needs to be in order to reset everything. And the rhetoric is not helping. It's actually hurting, and it's actually dividing us even more. We have bigger challenges to deal with. This is one of them, but this masks other problems that we're having. Affordability. People can't afford food. Have you been to the restaurants lately? Have you been to the store lately? Have you gotten or received your bills lately? There's so many other problems that are going on. And this. I did not want to go here, but I've thought about this all day, all last night. And I have to say something. I have to lend my little small, itty bitty voice to say that something needs to happen, because this is getting out of hand. And the nation is watching, the world is watching, and America is not looking like she's in the game. We're looking like spectators looking on something that just does not look right and familiar in this country. So whether you stand for immigration or against it, people are losing their lives. And we all need to be concerned about that. We all need to be engaged in this moment. Lives are at stake. Communities are being upended. People are fearful. People are being innocent civilians and citizens are being taken off the street. If we are for decency and rights, we need to stand for something. Otherwise, I think we all lose. We all lose. And we can lose big. So I'm going to lend my voice and try to figure this thing out, because I think communities not necessarily need to be engaged in Minnesota, but we need to have these discussions within the areas or the communities in which we live, because something is not right. It's my phone going on. Something is not right. This is different. This does not look like us. This is not us. Thank you so much. We got to get busy. We got to stay engaged. Continue to engage in your communities. Let's level up. Be well.